Hey everybody, Joyce Nichols Moore here with the Bikini Kitchen, author of the Bikini Kitchen Cookbook. And today I want to share with you a couple of really quick tips, some excerpts from the book. A lot of people have been asking me, what's this book about? What can I expect? And just a really quick two-sentence explanation. I recently went through a weight loss challenge for myself, and it was something that was unexpected, but yes, trainers are human too, and I went through this phase of just depression and just emotional distress and put on weight, snapped out of it, and began to realize that it was the food, the actual things that I was putting into my mouth that was making the difference in my emotional levels and things like that. So we're going to talk a little bit about some things that I discovered along my journey, and hopefully it'll help you. Alright, and these videos have to be really quick, so I'm going to give you as much as I can right now, but I promise I'll show you in the end how to get more info if you would like it. Alright, so today we're going to talk about scary fat loss facts, and these things, it's not going to keep you up at night afraid, but these things are kind of scary because it's things that are absolutely contributing to not just women but men too, storing body fat. So the first thing we want to talk about here are wheat foods. Okay, so a lot of us are, have been told over the years, eat whole wheat, whole grain, whole this, whole that. But the thing about wheat, let me explain something to you, just really quick science. When you consume bread in your mouth, whether it's whole grain, multigrain, whole wheat, whatever, you put it in your mouth and you have an enzyme in your mouth called amylase. Amylase breaks down starches in your mouth very quickly. You also have amylase along in your digestive tract. Long story short and less complicated, you eat the bread, it gets broken down really quickly in your mouth and your digestion tract, and instantly those sugars flood your blood system, your bloodstream. So your body's response to a lot of sugar is to increase your insulin levels, and it's that spike in insulin that actually causes your body to ultimately end up storing fat. So this is like number one of the scary things, because so many people are telling us, oh, just switch out white for wheat, when in actuality, whether it's white bread or wheat bread, it still spikes your insulin levels. And we go into that a little bit more in detail in the book, but just a really quick tip for you there. All right, second thing is the environment. A couple of years ago, I released a statement and a report stating that our environment is making us fat. And it's absolutely true. If you heard of this thing called BPA, have you bought a water bottle or something plastic over the last year or so and it says BPA free, and you're like, okay, well great, it's BPA free. What does that mean? BPA is a hormone that has been found in plastics. Plastics have a really bad estrogen hormone lying within. So whether it's a plastic cup, in the morning when you go to get your cup of coffee, we'll talk about that too. You get your cup of coffee, you have that plastic lid that sits on top of the coffee cup. You have all this hot liquid going through the opening where you're drinking out of, and it's actually helping to release even more of estrogens into your body. Also, estrogens levels are being increased just by the environment itself, things that are going on, being released in the air and such. And so number two is the environment. Things that are around you that you use every day, cleaners and things like that, are causing your body's estrogen levels to get out of whack. And then finally is stress. Stress is a big culprit, okay? So there's a hormone in your body called cortisol, and cortisol is released during times of stress and when your body thinks that it's literally under attack. A couple of ways that you feel under attack, of course, is when you're really stressed out over work or family things or whatever the case may be. Your body releases cortisol as in its defense mechanism to let you know, hey, warning, I think we're under attack. Let's store body fat in case she doesn't eat in the next 8 hours to 30 days. Also, cortisol is released when you're not eating enough. So if you say, for example, you eat in the morning, you have a donut and coffee, well, instantly that coffee is going to actually raise cortisol levels because it's really acidic. And then you're eating a bunch of sugar, which we just talked about, right? So your insulin levels are high. So everything's going crazy in your body, and then you don't eat again until, you know, lunch, maybe even dinner time. Now your cortisol levels are up, your insulin levels are going out of whack, and then your body is actually storing fat. Now, out of all of these three things, these are things you probably never even think about in a day-to-day basis because, listen, none of this is your fault. No one's telling you that these three things are the biggest players in you storing body fat. No one's telling you this. So that's why I called it scary fat loss facts, because the fact that we're walking around, we're running ourselves to death, we're eating salads and that's it, and drinking Crystal Light and all these other things, and we're actually not getting to the root of the problem, which is all right here. These are the things that are actually causing us to store body fat. I don't want to just leave you with this little bit of information. There is hope, there is help, and there are ways to get these things out of here. Number one, you may want to try a gluten-free diet. In the Bikini Kitchen, there's a lot of gluten-free recipes that can help you to make the conversion from eating wheat to eating things that are healthier for you and that won't spike your insulin levels. Number two, the environment. All I can tell you is that, man, there's new stainless steel water bottles that have come out. You don't have to drink coffee in a cup with the plastic lid on it. Start using a regular porcelain mug that you can get from the dollar store, really. Just making that little change can help you out. And stress levels. Try to get some yoga classes in, get some deep meditation in the morning. Take 5 minutes every day to just relax, breathe, exhale, and release some of that negative energy. And maybe even do a cleanse. So in the Bikini Kitchen, we go through each one of these a little bit deeper, and we show you exactly the steps and the exact how-to get these things out of your life and start to incorporate things that will be healthier for you. And of course, some recipes thrown in along the way. Hey, if this has served you, and I hope it did, please share this with your friends, tweet it, Facebook it, Pinterest, pin it somewhere. Just send it out to as many women as you can and let them know that Joyce has released a brand new cookbook called The Bikini Kitchen, and it's going to help you like crazy. All right, so for the Bikini Kitchen, I'm Joyce, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Mwah.